clerk of the course is Jim Dorman. The start clerk is Bill Clemens. And the finish clerk is Jason Dorman. Dakota timing. Handling the timing, that's Eric Van Laken, Scott Hanneman and crew, and our athletic trainers are from Sanford Healthcare. These officials have been licensed by the South Dakota High School Activities Association to officiate this meet. Please respect their decisions and as they officiate today here at the state meet. And now, athletes, coaches, and fans, may we take a break in competition. Please stand, if you're able, as we honor America and those who protect our freedom at both home and abroad, and with the celebration of our nation's 250th birthday coming up on July 4th with the singing of our national anthem. The national anthem will be sung this morning by Alika Goebbels, who will be a senior at Sioux Falls Roosevelt High School. We would remind all in attendance that the proper respect is to remove your hat, face the flag, and stand at attention with your right hand over your heart. Veterans and active duty military not in uniform may salute the flag.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the rampart we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Alika Goebbels, who will be a senior at Sioux Falls Roosevelt High School. Thank you. Fans, our meet time temperature under cloudy skies, 73 degrees, southeast winds at 9. We're looking for a high of 80. So let's have a great track and field day. And we're going to have a big crowd here at Howard Wood Field, fans. Remember, the number one rule in track and field spectating, everyone sits, everyone sees, and please, athletes, coaches, and fans, show the sportsmanship that is inside of you. Let's get to the second day of the South Dakota State High School Track and Field Championships for 2026. With the call of the second day, here's Alex Heiner.
Thank you, Joe Van Gorp. Well, good morning, everyone. Yesterday, we were treated to a number of outstanding individual and relay performances, including 9 new state meet records, a reset of the all-time prep record in the girls 4x1 by Rapid City Stevens, and Wagner's Ashlyn Kopel earning her 6th consecutive Class A high jump title, joining Oldham Ramona Rutland's Carly Carper as the only prep athletes in state history to win 6 state track titles in one event in a row. Once again, good luck to our athletes in their pursuit of excellence today. We are excited to watch you compete with passion and pride on our state's greatest stage. Our first running event of day 2 of these championships will be the finals in the 3,200 meters, beginning with the Class B girls. We'll tell you about this race once it begins.
3, 4, 5. What's his longest?
46.
Oh,
47.
47.
Off and running, a one-section timed final in the B girls 3,200 meters. The meet record in this event set 2 years ago by Emery Larson of Chester, a time of 10 minutes 53.66 seconds. 6 of the top 8 placers from last year's state meet in this event are back, including the defending champion, Ella Bucklehide of Northwestern. Last year, as a junior, Ella won the 800, the 1600, and the 3200. 7 state track titles as an individual now for the future South Dakota State Jackrabbit. Since then, she won her 2nd straight Class B cross-country championship, her 3rd overall. And just yesterday, she led the Wildcats to the medley relay title in a tremendous come-from-behind performance that saw Bucklehide go from 7th to 1st while running 2:13 on her final 800. She's the top seed in this field, and she's run close to that meet record of 10:53. Also in the field, expected to contend, Isabella Galbraith, the 7th grader from Ipswich, 4th this year at the Class B State Cross Country meet. She's run 11:29 this spring. Nora Olson of Dubrook area, 2nd on the cross-country course. The sophomore for the Dolphins has run 11:44. Madison Gelhaus of Ipswich, the senior, was 3rd last year, a former Class B cross-country runner-up. Autumn Baker of Kimball-White Lake, a runner-up last year in both the 1600 and the 3200, is in the field. Autumn Fallis of Highmore Herald, 7th last year in this event, is in the field, as is Lily Baker of Kimball-White Lake, 4th last year in the 32, and Allie McCord of Kimball-White Lake, 5th last year in the 32, 7th on the cross-country course as well. 1 lap down, 8 to go for our leaders in the Class B girls 3200 meters.
2.5 hours.
You're okay.
You're taller than me, aren't you? Too bad.
I think we have that.
In the early stages out in front, this is Kimball-White Lake's Allie McCord. Alongside of her Kimball-White Lake teammate Lily Baker, those two running 1-2. Then it is Ella Bucklehide in the green of Northwestern.
Yeah.
One thing about it.
Yep. Nice. Yep.
On the backstretch on lap number 3, this continues to be Allie McCord of Kimball-White Lake out in front. That's Nora Olson of Dubrook area moving into 2nd. Ella Bucklehide of Northwestern currently in 3rd. Isabella Galbraith of Ipswich in the orange and black right now in 4th, tucked in on the rail. Allie McCord of Kimball-White Lake, Nora Olson of Dubrook area, Ella Bucklehide of Northwestern, Isabella Galbraith of Ipswich, then it's Lily Baker of Kimball-White Lake, and Ava George of Irene Maconda, the 8th grader. 5 laps to go in the Class B girls 3200 meters.
In the Class B girls high jump, the bar now at 5 feet and 11 competitors remaining. Again, fans, here on the press box side of the grandstand, you can see the mini scoreboards between the 50 and 40 yard line that keep you up to date with athletes and height in the Class B girls high jump and the Class B girls pole vault. In the Class A girls discus, they're into the second flight. The overall leader, Anna Negebauer of Millbank, 105 feet, 8 inches. In the Class B boys shot put, they're into the second flight. The overall leader, Hunter Nankivo of Freeman, 46 feet, 2 inches. And in the Class A boys triple jump, they're still in flight 1. Dawson Labak of Florence Henry, the top mark of 41 feet, 8¼ inches.
Approaching the halfway point in the B girls 3,200 meters, Allie McCord, the junior from Kimball White Lake, 5th in this event a year ago, continuing to lead. Nora Olson of Dubrook area, leading a chase pack right behind. In that group, Ava George, the 8th grader from Irene Makonda, the 2-time defending champion Ella Bucklehide of Northwestern, who has run this event 3 times in her career. And then 3 Ipswich runners, Jayla Stiles, the 7th grader, Isabella Galbraith, also a 7th grader, and the senior Madison Gelhaus. Those 3 a big part of Ipswich's state cross-country championship team from this fall. Halfway home in the Class B girls 3,200 meters, a great race shaping up.
We came off the water.
This is a tight pack of 8 that has separated themselves a bit from the field, now led by Nora Olson, the Class B state cross-country runner-up from Dubrook area. That is Isabella Galbraith of Ipswich, right on her right hip, followed by Ella Bucklehide of Northwestern. Ava George, Allie McCord, also in that lead group, along with Jayla Stiles and Madison Gelhaus. The other athlete in that top 8 is Hadassah Olson of James Valley Christian, the junior, a multi-time all-state runner in cross-country and in these distance races. 3 laps to go for our leaders in the B girls 3,200 meters.
You watch your jig, hit them in the head, and see if they're awake, and if they won't bite you.
Miley will fire me.
I just know the depth of where I'm taking, you know, that maybe if
See? If you were customers come, guys, ask an excuse to get out of work.
I go fishing with a guy.
Here we go, Preston.
He's got a $100,000 camper. He's got a $90,000 truck.
Go, Preston.
I like going fishing in style.
There you go.
Stop, Preston.
Down the home stretch, these are your leaders in the B girls 3,200 meters. The top 2 seeds side by side. Ella Bucklehide of Northwestern, Isabella Galbraith of Ipswich, Nora Olson of Dubrook area, Madison Gelhaus of Ipswich, Hadassah Olson of James Valley Christian, and then Ava George. Those 6 beginning to separate just a bit now with 2 laps to go.
I can believe it. And that was the case with most people. Most people in the market, you know, people.
Yeah, we just got these. Yeah. They're gonna.
Yeah.
500 meters left now for this group of 5 that are pushing for a state title in the B girls 3,200 meters. Ella Bucklehide now, the 2-time defending champion, the senior from Northwestern, Moving to the front for the first time, it's Nora Olson of Dubrook area, then Isabella Galbraith of Ipswich right behind, then Madison Gelhaus. And then it is Adassa Olson as they hear the bell. 400 meters to go to claim its title, and now it is Buckle High starting to pick up the pace. She has won 7 individual state track championships in her career. This event 3 times over, 3 times in the 800, twice in the 32. She won the 8, the 16, and the 32 as a junior a year ago. She is top ranked in all 3 of those events, now as a senior. Buckle High with 200 left. Meanwhile, Nora Olson of Dubrook area, who finished second to Buckle High at the state cross-country championships, now moving into second place. Galbraith of Ipswich currently in third, then it's Gelhaus of Ipswich in fourth. On the turn for home, Ella Buckalide in front, Nora Olson beginning to kick. Ella Buckalide of Northwestern, Nora Olson of Dubrook area. Ella Buckalide with the response for Northwestern. Ella Buckalide, the Northwestern senior, with her 8th individual state track championship. Olson will take seconds. Galbraith third, Gelhaus fourth. Ava George just behind Adassa Olson. Olson takes 5th, then it's George. Some great finishes here. Kimball Whitelake right behind. You see the time for Buckle High, 11:29.60. Olson 11:31.73. And then it was Galbraith 11:33.97. Ella Buckle High for the 4th time in her career. She won this event as an 8th grader and then did so as a sophomore, a junior, and now again as a senior, a champion in the Class B girls 3,200 meters. Some great finishes here in the B32. Let's cheer these young ladies on as they fire home.
Yes.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, that's what they're talking. Rethrow. He stepped up the back.
I don't think he's under control. Tom said he was.
A few more athletes on the track finishing up in the B girls 3,200. Good race. And these young ladies, it takes a lot just to qualify for these state championships. Well done to all 24 of these girls. Putting on a show to get things started on day 2 of the 2026 South Dakota High School Activities Association State Track and Field Championships.
Again, a reminder for the top 8 in the Class AA girls triple jump from last night. Top 8 to the Miley cabin so we can get you on the award stand. Again, top 8 from the AA girls triple jump from last night to the Miley cabin for your awards.
So, my guess is they initially went foul, but Tom said good. So, I think the lady that was marking looked foul, so they didn't get a mark. But Tom was saying good. And then they were confused on why didn't you mark it.
Next on the track will be the Class A girls 3,200 meters, a 1-section timed final.
So they gave him a return. But he wasn't under control. He fell.
The meet record in this event set 1 year ago by Jerica Glasser of Sioux Falls Christian, 10 minutes 33.08 seconds. We'll tell you about the field after the race begins.
So like
Okay. So, but they're in order.
This one is. What is it? Depends on the area. If you're picking it up.
I mean, my mom. So I'm like, when they talk about it, I'm like, I remember that
Probably common down.
Underway, the Class A girls 3,200 meters. An incredibly decorated fields combines here today to claim the title. We mentioned the meet record time, 10:33:08 set a year ago. There are two athletes in the field that have run under that, including Ellie Maddox of Sioux Falls Christian, who has run 10:11:48, the number 2 time all-time in state history in this event. She ran that time at the Arcadia Invitational in California, a prestigious meet on the West Coast where she took 14th. That time of 10:11:48, certainly number 1 in South Dakota this spring, regardless of class. Ellie was second in this event a year ago. She won the 1600 as a junior, third in the 800 last year. She's a 2-time cross-country champion and a 17-time state track and field medalist. She is the top seed, and she is at the front alongside the other young lady who has run under the meet record. That is Faith Weiss of Flandreau, the Howard Wood Dakota Relays champion in this event. Faith was third in the 3,200 last year at the state meet, fourth in the 16, seventh in the 800. Second on the cross-country course to Maddox in the fall. She won that title as a sophomore 2 years ago. Faith has run 10:31 this year, 2 seconds under that meet record time. Other returners from last year's podium include Sadie Pettengill of Sioux Falls Christian, fourth in this event a year ago, one of 3 top 5 finishes for the Sioux Falls Christian sophomore. Sadie has been third 2 times over at the state cross-country competition. She currently sits third in the field now after the opening lap. Also returning from last year's podium, Brooklyn Sunderman of West Central, who was 7th in this event a year ago. Bailey Vandergreen of Sioux Falls Christian, the number 3 seed in this field, 7th on the cross-country course, 6th in this event at the Howard Wood Dakota Relay. She's been a part of a number of Sioux Falls Christian Charger Relay Championship teams over the years. Other street cross-country placers, along with Maddox and Weiss and Vandergreen and Pettengill, include Grace Phillips of Chamberlain, 6th on the cross-country course. Alex McCullough of Dakota Valley, 10th on the cross-country course. Alex was the runner-up last year in the 800 and the 1600 at the state meets. And through 2 laps, your leaders are many of the favorites: Ellie Maddox of Sioux Falls Christian and Faith Weiss of Flandreau, followed by Sadie Pettengill of Sioux Falls Christian. 2 laps down, 6 left in the A-girls 3,200 meters.
And in the Class B girls pole vault in the infield, the bar is now moved to 8 feet 7 inches.
It would be.
In the Class B girls high jump, 7 competitors left, and the bar is moved to 5 feet 2 inches.
Three laps in, these 2 decorated seniors in Class A have separated themselves from the rest of the field already. It's Ellie Maddox of Sioux Falls Christian and Faith Weiss of Flandreau. Maddox set to continue her track and field and cross-country career at Duke next year. Faith will stay a little closer to home and attend South Dakota State to run track and cross-country. Leading that chase pack is Cameron Nesheim of Clark-Willow Lake, 9th on the state cross-country course this fall, followed closely by Sadie Pettengill of Sioux Falls Christian and Grace Phillips of Chamberlain.
Doesn't count. He didn't stay.
I was, but in 2014.
And last call for the top 8, Class AA girls triple jump from last night, top 8 to the Miley cabin, so we can get you on the award stand. Thank you.
Approaching the halfway point, your leaders in the A girls 3,200 meters. Ellie Maddox of Sioux Falls Christian, top ranked in Class A in the 800, the 1600, and the 3,200 this spring, continuing to lead. Faith Weeks of Flandreau, the Dakota Relays champ in this event, and a former state cross-country champ not far behind. And then it is a pack of 5, led by Sadie Pettengill of Sioux Falls Christian, Cameron Nesheim of Clark-Willow Lake, Grace Phillips of Chamberlain, Bailey Vandergreens of Sioux Falls Christian, and Reese Pearson of Belle-Fourche. That group sits 3 through 7, currently in 8th place. And the last one to earn a medal, if the race ended now, would be Brooklyn Sunderman of West Central. A lot of race still to come, though. 4 laps down, 4 to go in the A girls 3,200 meters. This is Ellie Maddox of Sioux Falls Christian, opening up a bit of a gap now with 3 laps left. Maddox number 2 all-time in this event, just about a second over, actually less than a second over the number 1 mark set by Alita Hardy in 2022. Hardy of O'Gorman ran 10:10:83. Maddox has run 10:11:48. It is Maddox and Weiss still out in front 1-2, and then this pack of 5 not far back. 3 laps left.
Athletes, can we please have Jayana Stroll from Brandon Valley to the awards cabin, please? Jayana Stroll.
But right on top, like, so it's the highest speed. In there, I might be overshooting.
I didn't know what quality. I looked it up and it said inexpensive ones are 4,500. Neat type ones.
On the home straights, Ellie Maddox of Sioux Falls Christian. She has opened up a 50-meter advantage over Faith Weiss of Flandreau with 800 meters to go. Maddox, the defending Class A 1,600-meter champion, trying to earn her first title in the 32. She has got 2 laps left. Faith Weiss of Flandreau now with 2 laps left. After Faith, there's about an 80-yard gap between 2nd and then 3rd, 4th, and 5th. It is 2 other Sioux Falls Christian runners, Sadie Pettengill and Bailey Vandergreens. Pettengill the sophomore, Vandergreens the senior, followed closely by Reese Pearson of Belle-Fourche. And then it's Cameron Nesheim of Clark-Willow Lake and Grace Phillips of Chamberlain. Those are your top 7 with 800 meters to go.
In the Class B girls high jump, 4 competitors remain, the bar going to 5-4.
In the battle for 8th now, that's Brooklyn Sunderman of West Central, just in front of her Trojan teammate. That's Sarah Johnson. Sutherland a freshman, Johnson a sophomore. Those two currently in 8th and 9th position. Approaching the bell lap now, Ellie Maddox of Sioux Falls Christian. She's put together an incredible senior season, an incredible career for SFC. She hears the bell in the 3,200 meters. Lisa Flanger now with 1 lap to go. And then it is Pettengill and Vandergreen. Sioux Falls Christian currently running 1, 3, and 4 in their bid to win a 5th consecutive state team title. Then it's Reese Pearson of Belfouche, Grace Phillips of Chamberlain, Cameron Neschheim of Clark Willow Lake. Status quo still between 3 through 7. Maddox now with 1:50 to go. 10:33.08 the meet record. Ellie Maddox making the turn for home, set to do something special to kick off these 2026 state championships. Ellie Maddox, the senior from Sioux Falls Christian, one of the state's greatest ever distance runners. She will claim her first 3,200 meter title, and she will do so in record time. The second best 3,200 meter runner in state history goes 10:29.33, officially a new Class A state meet record. This is Faith Weiss of Flandreau charging home. Weiss, the 2024 Class A state cross country champ, will take second. Look at this fight for third. It is Sadie Pettengill of Sioux Falls Christian and Bailey Vandergreen of Sioux Falls Christian. They go third and fourth. Reese Pearson, the sophomore from Belfouche, with a good run today. She came in ranked 6th. She will take 5th place in the A girls 3,200. Then it is Grace Phillips of Chamberlain, followed closely by Cameron Neschheim of Clark Willow Lake. And this is Sarah Johnson, the sophomore from West Central, finishing strong to claim the last medal in the A girls 32.
Leading off day 2 of the state track and field competition on the awards podium, it's the girls' top 8 placers in the Class B 3,200 meter race. In 8th place, from Kimball White Lake, Allie McCord. Finishing 7th, also from Kimball White Lake, Autumn Baker. In 6th, from Irene Wakanda, Ava George. 5th place goes to Hadassah Olson of James Valley Christian. Ipswich's Madison Gelhaus finished 4th. Her teammate Isabella Galbraith finished 3rd. The runner-up this year from Newbrook area, Nora Olson. And no stranger to the first place podium here in this race for the 4th time in her high school career. From Northwestern, it's Ella Buckelhigh, winning today in a time of 11 minutes, 29.6 seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen, while most of you were just sitting down to supper last night, these young ladies were still working. This is the AA girls triple jump top 8. Let's meet them and congratulate them. In 8th place from Sioux Falls Lincoln,
Hazel Hughes. 7th from Mitchell, Audrey Miller. 6th place from Aberdeen Central, Lucy Fritz. In 5th from Brandon Valley, Maria Laban. 4th place from Brandon Valley, Jayana Stroh. In 3rd from Yankton, Quinn Brinkman. 2nd place from Brandon Valley, Cadence Coughlin. And the 2026 state champion in the girls class AA triple jump with a jump of 38 feet, 1 1/4 inches from Harrisburg, Asia Aldridge.
Now underway on the track, the finals in the AA girls 3,200 meter run. The meet record in this event set 1 year ago by Libby Castelli of O'Gorman, a time of 10:19:56. Castelli last year won the 800, the 1600, and the 3,200. Something a couple of young ladies in this field are aiming to do this year, led by Peyton Van Diest of Spearfish. The top seed in the field is run 10:15:93, 4 seconds under the meet record. She did so in that same race in Arcadia that Ellie Maddox ran at earlier in the spring. Peyton was 19th in that race, number 5 all-time in state history. Van Diest was 3rd in this event 1 year ago, also in the 16, 2nd in the 800. She is one of 6 returning place winners from the AA 32. Joining her from last year include Brianna Riley, our current leader. The 8th grader from Harrisburg was 2nd last year in both the mile and the 2 mile, 3rd in the 800. Anna Genrich, who's also in that lead pack from Harrisburg, 4th in both the 16 and the 32 last year. Corey Kyle of Spearfish, 6th a year ago at the state meet in the 32 and the 16. And Mia Katie of Lincoln, 8th a year ago in this event. Lily Brood, also of Brandon Valley, 7th last year in the 32. 8th in the 16. 5 of the young ladies were also a part of the top 8 in the state cross-country course this fall, including Brianna Riley, the 2-time defending champion. 1 lap down, 2 to go in the AA girls 32.
And in the Class B girls high jump, down to 3 competitors, the bar at 5.5. This is Hazel Lupers of DeSmet, her 2nd attempt at 5.5. And she's over. Hazel Lupers of DeSmet coming in with the top mark above the meet record at 5 feet 7 inches, ranked 1st in Class B. The other 2, Elizabeth Boucher of Sanborn Central Woonsocket. Here's Quinn Meyer coming up from Coleman-Egan, her 3rd and final attempt at 5.5. Help her out, fans. And that's Quinn Meyer from Coleman-Egan. So that leaves Elizabeth Boucher of Sanborn Central Woonsocket, Hazel Lupers of DeSmet. And we see the next height would be 5'8". Again, the meet record, 5 feet, 6.5 inches, set in 2017 by Gabrielle Reynolds of Wilmot.
Go, Nate!
Right here, buddy. Go, Nate. Get out there. Come on.
Yeah! Yeah!
The grunt.
Yep, it's the grunt, it is.
Back on the track in the AA girls 3,200 meters, Brianna Riley, the 8th grader from Harrisburg, 2 times a state cross-country champion, leading Peyton Van Diest of Spearfish, the junior who ranks number 5 all-time in this event, number 6 in the 1600, number 4 in the 800. Riley is also top 10 in each of those events as well. Two young ladies with still time ahead of them in their high school careers, already incredibly decorated and leading the field. Hannah Genrich of Harrisburg is currently in third, and then it's Mia Katie of Lincoln in fourth. A big pack with 5 laps to go, leading the charge for fifth.
Oh, you do a little heart palpitation after that first fall?
He told her that.
Yeah,
Do what you always do. I was thinking, where's the
Track fans, on the award stand, we have the top 8 placers in the Class A. Girls 3,200 meter one, which we just saw a few minutes ago. Let's meet them. In 8th place from West Central, Sarah Johnson. 7th from Clark Willow Lake, Cameron Neshine. 6th place from Chamberlain, Grace Phillips. In 5th place from Bellefouche, Reese Pearson. In 4th from Sioux Falls Christian, Bailey Vandergreen. In 3rd from Sioux Falls Christian, Sadie Pettengill. 2nd place from Flandreau, Faith Weiss. And the 2026 state champion in the girls Class A 3,200 meter run. You just saw her set a new meet record of 10:29.33. She's been on the top of that stand a lot. We always love seeing her up there. The Sioux Falls Christian Charger, Ellie Maddox, the new state meet record holder in the Class A girls 3,200 meter run.
All right, fans, in the Class B girls high jump in the infield, Hazel Lupers of DeSmet just cleared 5.6. Elizabeth Bourget of Sanborn Central Woonsocket, her second attempt.
On the home stretch here on the track with approaching 3 laps to go, it is Brianna Riley of Harrisburg and Peyton Van Diest of Spearfish. These two both battled against each other in the special 800 on this track at the Howard with Dakota Relays earlier this month. Van Diest ran 2:09 to win that event over an incredibly decorated field. Riley was not far back at 2:11. Brie Riley has run 10:15 in this event. That is her PR, the same as Van Diest. It all sets up for a fantastic final 2 laps in the quest to bring home the AA 3,200 meter championship. Peyton Van Diest anchored Spearfish to a medley title just yesterday in record-setting time. Riley did the same for the Tigers in the 4x8. These two already with one relay crown under their belt this weekend, looking for a first individual state track title in their career. Hannah Genrich of Harrisburg currently running 3rd. Genrich was 2nd in the Dakota Relays in the 3,200 by 1/100th of a second to Faith Weiss of Flandreau, who we just saw take runner-up honors in the A girls 3,200 meters. The Katie of Lincoln continuing to run 4th. Kira Ubens of Douglas right now in 5th place, along with Kaylee Cool of Brookings and Corey Kyle of Spearfish. Also in that group, Chris McElroy of Watertown. Back to our leaders, though, as they cross the finish with 2 laps to go. Brianna Riley of Harrisburg and Peyton Van Diest of Spearfish continuing to lead the way.
And on the runway, this is Elizabeth Bourget, Sanborn Central Woonsocket, 3rd and final attempt at 5.6. Elizabeth Bourget of Sanborn Central Woonsocket. She's a busy young lady this morning. She'll be competing in the Class B girls javelin coming up at 11:30. She's qualified in the 100-meter hurdles tomorrow morning in Class B.
On the home straights, approaching the bell lap in the AA girls 3,200 meters. Brianna Riley of Harrisburg and Peyton Van Diest of Spearfish. These two outstanding distance runners. 10:19.56 is the meet record. 1 lap to go in the AA Girls 32. These two are two of the best in state history and in the upper Midwest at this distance, the 16, the 800, the cross-country course. One an 8th grader, one a junior, squaring off here. On the backstretch, it is now Van Diest moving into the lead. Peyton Van Diest of Spearfish now in front. Van Diest third in this event a year ago, third in the 1600, second in the 800. 200 left, 200 away from her first individual state title. Brianna Riley of Harrisburg still running second. Hannah Genrich of Harrisburg third. Mia Katie of Lincoln fourth. Now Kira Ubens of Douglas moving into fifth. 100 left now. Peyton Van Diest of Spearfish. 10:19.56 the meet record. Peyton Van Diest, the junior from Spearfish. She won a medley title yesterday. She's an individual champion for the first time in her career. Peyton Van Diest of Spearfish in the AA Girls 3,200 meters. 10:17.40, a new meet record for Peyton Van Diest. Brianna Riley of Harrisburg, runner-up honors in the 32 for the second year in a row. Hannah Genrich for the Tigers, fourth a year ago, third this year. Kira Ubens of Douglas with a final last lap. Great push from Kira. She will take fourth, and it's Mia Katie of Lincoln fifth. Corey Kyle of Spearfish sixth. Kaylee Cool of Brookings seventh. Grace McElroy of Watertown eighth.
In the Class B girls high jump, Hazel Lupers of DeSmet has cleared 5.6. Unofficially, she is your Class B girls high jump champion. Again, the meet record 5.6.5 set in 2017 by Gabrielle Reynolds of Wilmot. And if I could get a wave, I see that the bar going to 5.6.5.
Oh.
Here's Lupers on her first attempt at 5.6.5 to try to meet record. And Hazel will have two more.
Our meet time is now 10:15. The next event on the track will be the boys 3,200 meter finals, beginning with Class B. That event will start in 2 minutes. We are right on schedule to start day 2 of the 2026 South Dakota High School Track and Field Championships. That time of 10:17.40 by Peyton Van Diest. It's a Class AA girls state meet record. It is also the overall state meet record. That is now the third overall meet record between AA, A, and B set this weekend. The Rapid City Stevens girls broke the 4x1 overall meet record yesterday. Kenley Steeple of Custer also broke the overall meet record yesterday in the pole vault, vaulting 13.3.
And she's over. Hazel Lupers of DeSmet has just tied the state meet record of 5.6.5. And she'll now try at a next height to break the meet record.
on the track. It is the finals in the Class B boys 3,200 meter run. The meet record set in this event in 1988 by Harley Hansen of New Effington-Rosselt, a time of 9 minutes, 12.53 seconds. Just 4 from the podium a year ago return to vie for the title this year, including the 2-time defending champion, Silas Holdeman of Mitchell Christian. Silas won the 1600 and the 3200 2 times over, both as a freshman and as a sophomore. He's a 2-time cross-country champion as well. 3 straight top 2 finishes for Holdeman on the Class B cross-country course. The top seed, though, belongs to Baylor Burns, the senior from Phillip, top ranked in the 16 and the 32 this year in Class B. Baylor was 5th last year at the state meet in this event, runner-up in the 1600 and 6th in the 800. 3rd on the state cross-country course. Burns a 3-time all-state selection. Other returners to the podium last year include Jack Peterson of Phillip, 4th a year ago in both the 16 and the 32, and the Class B cross-country runner-up, a part of Phillip's 4 consecutive state team titles on the cross-country course. And Tayshawn Cudmore of Dupree, 8th last year in this event, 7th in the 1600.
Yeah, that's nice.
And you just saw Hazel Luthmers of DeSmet, her first attempt at a meet record 5 feet 7 and a quarter inch. She'll have 2 more. On the runway, Hazel Luthmers of DeSmet, second attempt at a Class B girls high jump meet record of 5 feet 7 and a quarter inch. Again, Luthmers has tied the meet record of 5 feet 6.5 inches. She'll have 1 more attempt at a meet record 5'7 and a quarter.
In the early stages of this B-Boys 3,200 meters, Gavin Hirsch of Harriet-Selby area, 5th on the cross-country course this fall, is your current leader. Nolan Eidson of Castlewood currently running 2nd, then Darren Moeller of Kimball White Lake 3rd. That's Cooper Schaefer of Esteline Hendricks moving up into 3rd position. 3 laps down, 5 to go in the B-Boys 3,200 meters.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the award stand, the top 8 placers in the AA girls 3,200 meter run. Here they are. In 8th place from Watertown, Grace McElroy. 7th place from Brookings, Kaylee Cool. In 6th from Spearfish, Corey Kyle. 5th place from Sioux Falls Lincoln, Mia Cady. In 4th place from Douglas, Kira Eubens. Finishing 3rd from Harrisburg, Hannah Ginrich. 2nd place from Harrisburg, Brianna Riley. And the 2026 state champion in the girls 3,200 meter run for Class AA with a meet record time of 10:17:40. This is also this young lady's first time individually on the top of that award stand She's been on about every step there is on this award stand. This is her first time on the top after years of competing at the state track meet. Please give it up for the new meet record holder and gold medalist Ethan Van Diest from Spearfish. And just to reiterate, Peyton, you're not done yet. We got one more thing to drape on you. This is officially the gold medal. Again, for those of you just joining us, that is awarded to the athlete whose performance is best, regardless of class. So AA, A, and B, Peyton Van Diest, the gold medalist in the 3,200 meter run.
And Hazel Luthmers of De Smet, third and final attempt at a meet record 5.7 1/4. Again, the meet record, which she tied on her last attempt, on her second attempt, 5.6 1/2, set in 2017, Gabrielle Renault of Wilmot. So Hazel Luthmers is your Class B champion, and she ties the meet record at 5.6 1/2.
Well, we're halfway through the Class B boys 3,200 meters. The two-time defending champion, Silas Holdeman of Mitchell Christian, has now moved into the lead. Holdeman out in front. In the blue, the white, and the yellow of Mitchell Christian, it's Tayshawn Cudmore in the purple of Dupree, currently running seconds. That's Jack Peterson in the orange of Phillip now up into third place. But this is Silas Holdeman with 800 meters to go, looking for a three-peat in the B-boys 3,200 meters. And it is Cudmore and Peterson. Not far back in fourth place, that's Caden Ober of James Valley Christian. And then a large chase pack all strung out on this home straight. Still anybody's fight for a medal. Holdeman, though, opening up a sizable advantage now with 700 to go for our leaders.
In the Class B girls pole vault, in the infield, the bar at 9 feet 7 inches, 8 competitors remaining.
On home straight, approaching the bell lap, this is Silas Holdeman of Mitchell Christian, the two-time defending champion.
Yeah, that's what they've been.
Bell lap in the B-boys 3,200 meters. Jack Peterson now of Phillip, who was second to Holdeman at the state cross-country course this fall, now moving into the runner-up spot. Tayshawn Cudmore currently in third. Caden Ober in fourth. Great battle on the way in the B-boys 32.
In the Class A girls discus, they're into the finals. Addison Marks of Lennox, the top mark, 127 feet.
Coming off the turn, this is Silas Holdeman from Mitchell Christian.
How are you doing? Good.
He won this race as a freshman. He won it again as a sophomore. He is poised to do it for the third year in a row now as a junior. Silas Holdeman from Mitchell Christian, his third consecutive Class B boys 3,200 meter title. Not far behind is Jack Peterson, the senior from Phillip, fourth a year ago, second in 2026. Then Tayshawn Cudmore, his second straight boys 3,200 meter medal. Caden Ober of James Valley Christian snaring fourth. Great battle coming up for fifth. This is Baylor Burns of Phillip, who will cross. And that's Gavin Hirsch from Harriet Selby area able to come back and get on the podium. Awfully tight finishes here in the battle for 6th and 7th and 8th, but it's Holdeman your winner for the 3rd year running, 9:36.32 for the outstanding junior from Mitchell Christian.
And in the Class B boys shot put, they're in the finals. Jacob Kindlespire of Leola, the top mark, 52 feet 6 inches. In the Class A boys triple jump, they're into flight 3. The top mark, Tate Gertis of Lennox, 43 feet 3.5 inches. Attention field athletes. These field events begin at 11:30. B girls javelin, A girls triple jump, AA girls long jump, B boys high jump, AA boys discus, and AA girls pole vault. Again, these 6 events start in 1 hour at 11:30. Again, if you have implements to weigh, please weigh them in at the southwest part of the field house. That would be javelin, boys discus, AA boys discus. Again, those field events begin at 11:30, so this is your first call for those events. B girls javelin, A girls triple jump, AA girls long jump, B boys high jump, AA boys discus, and AA girls pole vault. First call for all those field events.
Our next event on the track will be the A boys 3,200 meters. We'll give you the details on this event once it begins. Underway on the track, the finals in the Class A boys 3,200 meter run. The meet record in this event set 3 years ago in 2023 by Sawyer Clarkson of Belle-Fourche, a time of 9:17.27. 4 of the top 8 back from a year ago to try and return to the podium. Led by last year's champion, Tate Grabow of Hill City. The senior first a year ago in the 3,200 meters. He was 3rd in the 16, 2nd in the 800. He's the 2-time defending Class A cross-country champion. He's currently out in front on this first lap. Also back from last year's podium include Chloe McVeigh of Lennox, the number 2 seed in the field. Chloe, the senior, was 6th a year ago in the 32, runner-up in the 16, 3rd in the 8.
We fell out.
Peyton Tetzloff of West Central, the number 3 seed in the field, 5th last year in this event, also a medal winner in the 16. He was the state runner-up to Grabow on the cross-country course this fall. Wesley Lyon of Sioux Falls Christian, 3rd on the state cross-country course. He was 8th in this event at the state meet last year. Eight of the top 10 from the Class A State Cross Country Championships are involved in this race, including the champion Grabow, the runner-up Tetzloff, the 3rd place finisher Lyon, and then it's Dylan Gertis of Madison, 5th on the cross-country course, Jackson Taken Alive of Cheyenne Eagle Butte, 6th, Simon Roloff, Civil Christian, 7th, and then Peyton Kruger of Custer and Barrett Bush of Hill City, 9th and 10th respectively.
How much was it?
51.8 1/4.
In the Class B girls pole vault, now down to 5 competitors. The bar is now moved to 10 feet 1 inch.
Out in front, this is Tate Grabow in the white and green of Hill City. Alongside him, in the red, that is Jackson Taken Alive of Cheyenne Eagle Butte. Then it's Peyton Tetzloff of West Central and Tyson Hagberg of Dual. Those are your top four, 800 meters in the Class A Boys 32. Status quo up at the fronts. Jackson taken alive on the outside. Tate Grabow on the inside. Those two still running 1-2. Then Tetzloff of West Central and Hagberg of Dual. In the gray and black of Lennox, that is Chloe McVeigh now moving up into 5th place. One of the subplots of this race is the team title that is on the line. Lennox and Sioux Falls Christian expected to go head-to-head all weekend long. 3 Sioux Falls Christian runners up in the middle of that chase pack. Sawyer Pettengill for Sioux Falls Christian ranks 7th in this event. I mentioned Wesley Lyon earlier, a state placer in this event a year ago. Simon Roloff's just outside the podium last year in this event. He finished 9th in the 32. Roloff's ranks 5th this year. As a reminder, you get 10 points for a first place finish at the state meet, 8 for second, 6 for third, then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Each point is going to be crucial in the race for the Class A Boys team title. The top four remain the same as they get set to cross the midway point in the A Boys 3,200 meters. Jackson taken alive, the Cheyenne Eagle Butte Jr., alongside the Hill City Senior and South Dakota State commit Tate Grabow. Peyton Tetzloff of West Central looking in 3rd place. Tyson Hagberg of Dual still in 4th. 4 laps down, 4 to go in the A Boys 32. Laps to go in the A Boys 3,200 meters. Tate Grabow, the defending champion from Hill City, still out in front. Peyton Tetzloff of West Central, who is 2nd to Grabow on the state cross-country course, currently in 2nd. And then Jackson taken alive, 6th in state cross-country from Cheyenne Eagle Butte, right now running 3rd. There's a big group of 7, just about 25 meters behind that lead group. Tyson Hagberg of Dual still leading the way, but now a little shakeup as they make the turn. And our leaders approaching 2 laps to go. That is now Dylan Gertis of Madison, the all-state cross-country runner for the Bulldogs, moving into 4th place. Also in that lead group is Jaden Schwan of Groton area, right now in 5th. And it is those 3 Sioux Falls Christian runners, along with Millbank's Jeter Scholar, all battling to get on the podium with 2 laps to go. It continues to be Grabow, though, along with Tetzlaff out in front as those two begin to make a move.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2026 Class B Boys Shot Put Champion!
Grabow, Tetzlaff, taken alive. And this great battle coming up for Curtis and Schwan. Peter Scola, Simon Roloffs and Sioux Falls Christian.
We threw him twice.
Everybody's race now in the battle for third. In the battle for first, it is still Tate Grabow, the defending champion. Peyton Tetzlaff of West Central, about to hear the bell in the A-Boys 3,200 meters. Jaden Schwan now of Groton area moving into third. Dylan Gertis of Madison currently in fourth. And then it's Simon Roloffs of Sioux Falls Christian in fifth. 1 lap to go in the race for its title in the A-Boys 32. Grabow continuing to lead. Tetzlaff in second. Schwan currently in third. Gertis in fourth. Roloffs in fifth.
He'll be up on the podium. You're gonna sleep in it?
150 to go. Take Grabow now. Starting to turn over a bit. On the home straights, Tate Grabow, the senior from Hill City. He ranks first in Class A in the 800, the 1600, and the 3200. He is a 2-time cross-country champion in Class A, and now a 2-time 3,200-meter champion in Class A. Peyton Tetzlaff will take second. Great finish by Jaden Schwan of Groton area to take third. Then it was Dylan Gertis of Madison fourth. Simon Roloffs of Christian fifth. Jeter Scholar of Millbank with a good close right behind them. And then those 3 Sioux Falls Christian runners. You see the time, 9:34.02 for Tate Grabow, your winner in the A-Boys 3,200 meters. Tetzlaff second, Schwan third.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the podium, Class B Boys 3,200 meter top 8 finishers. In 8th position from Dupree, Spencer Olson. Gregory's Luke Barretto finished 7th. In 6th from Harriet Selby area, Gavin Hirsch. 5th place goes to Philip Baylor Burns. Hayden Over of James Valley Christian, 4th. In 3rd, Tayshawn Cudmore of Dupree. The runner-up from Philip, Jack Peterson. And for the 3rd consecutive state meet, the winner of the boys' Class B 3,200 meter run from Mitchell Christian in a personal record 9 minutes 36.32 seconds. Your champion is Silas Holdeman. Mitchell Christian.
In the Class B girls pole vault, 2 competitors remaining, Jalissa Huston of Ipswich and Callie Castjens of Wall. The bar going to 10 feet, 10 inches. The meet record, 11.3.
track. It is the final in the AA Boys 3,200-meter run. The meet record in this event set back in 2015 by Will Lauer of Sioux Falls, Lincoln, a time of 8 minutes, 58.49 seconds. We mentioned that time of 8:58.49. There is a runner in this field who has run at 10 seconds under that mark. That is Micah Peters, the senior from Brandon Valley. He ran 8:48.66 to win the Arcadia seeded event out in California, the second best